right. What's up?
What's up?
I think somebody called him.
Just my luck.
Yahanna called me. Like, what's taking so long?
Okay.
You got no people here.
Right. All right, we streaming. All right, this is Majum. It's like I'm gonna call you up real quick just for stand this some time being. I'm on stage ready, Yahanna.
Yahweh about Yashala.
Yahweh, Yahanna, Yahshua. Yahweh, Shim, Yahshua. Sign correct? Okay, boom, hold on.
Yashala.
Go on again. Sign correct? All right. Everybody, Majum? Let's say the prayers. I'll go down, so we face the east. Awesome.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Wadash.
Wadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak.
Malabaka.
The Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazakah.
Razak.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baharatazah.
Baharatazah.
Awah.
Awah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Salaka. Nathan Lanawa.
Nathan Lanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalak Lanawa.
Wasalak Lanawa.
Kal Wawathan Lanawa.
Kabawat Lanawa.
Ka Salak Lanawa.
Kasalak Lanawa.
Ka Wawat Yanawa.
Kabawat Lanawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Taba Ya'anawa.
Taba'ah Lanawa.
Bana Sayawan.
Balasawan.
Aba.
Abo.
Hawashana.
Hawashana.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wala'ala.
Wahatapara.
Watapara.
La Awalayam.
Wala'ala.
Aman.
Aman. All right. Chumasak. Chumasak. All right, this is going to be the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Shah.
Babu Kashai.
Not the Lord.
Tananaw. Tananaw. Hakak. Hakak.
Larapa'ah.
Larapa'ah. Ka.
Makala'ah.
Makala.
Wakal. Marawa.
Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Larahar.
Lahar.
Ha Matarayim.
Ha was the right.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Hakwayam.
Lahakwa.
Ha Matayam.
Hamatayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al Rakawa.
Arakawa.
Ha Tama'ala.
Hamatala.
La Garashan.
La Garashan.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
The water, amen.
Tawad Amen. Right. This is the prayer of the power in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Ashab,
Ashab,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Al-Harayam,
Al-Harayam,
Mahayan,
Mahayan,
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Azariah,
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 Mayam,
Mayam,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aishah,
Aishah,
Shamayam,
Shamayam,
Baharatazah,
Baharatazah,
Al-Yakan,
Wayathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamaraka,
Shamayaka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yasha'an,
Yashan,
Shashu, Salaki, Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasharala,
Yashala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamaraka,
Shamaraka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Taza'alka,
Tazalka,
Ayad,
Ayad,
Yamkar,
Yamyanka,
Yamawam,
Yamawam,
Ha, Shama'ash,
Hashamash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Ya, Ka'aya,
Yakarai,
Salaki, Ya, Kaka'a,
Yaka'ar,
Wa, Yara'ak,
Wayarak,
Ba, La, Ya'ala,
Balayla,
Ya, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ya, Shamaraka,
Yashamarka,
Makarai,
Makarai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar, Ah,
Napashka,
Napashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'alka,
Taza'alka,
Wabawa'ak,
Wabi'ak,
Ma'aifa,
Ma'ai,
Why Avalon.
Wa'ai, Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the
From
hills.
which cometh my help?
Which cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord.
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee
He that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall never slumber nor sleep.
shall never slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming
from
in.
this time forward
From this time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. Psalm 83. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka,
Al Dakarash.
Al Dakarash,
Al Fashakwat.
Al Sasquat, Al
Kayahana.
Kayahana,
Al Wayabagyaka.
Al Wayabika,
Yahama.
Yaham,
Yawan.
Yaham Yawam,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al Makam.
Al Makala,
Ya Ariyawam.
Al Yawam,
Sawara.
Sawad,
Waya'at.
Wayat,
Ya'atazawa.
Tazawa,
Al Tazabawanyaka.
Al Tazawanya,
Ashmawa.
Al Samara,
Lakawa.
Lakal,
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakin,
Magalia.
Magalia,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yazakar.
Yazarka,
Sham. Salaki. Sham Yasharal.
Sham Yashala,
Iwata.
Iwat,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Nawa Atazawa.
Nawa Tazawa,
Laban.
Laban,
Yakawata.
Yakarak,
Al. Salaki. Alika.
Alika,
Bariyah.
Bariat,
Yakarathwa.
Yakarak,
Ahayaya.
Al Hayalya,
Adawam.
Adawam,
Wa. Shamayah. Salaki. Wa. Ya Shamayah. Alu.
Waya Shamyal,
Mawa Awa.
Mala'aw,
Wa Hagariah.
Wahagari,
Gabal.
Gabal,
Why Aman?
Wayamar,
Why Amalak?
Wayamalak,
Salaki Pa Lashaf?
Palasak,
I'm the Shabia.
Ashamya,
Tazawar.
Tazawar,
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar,
Nalawar.
Galawa,
Imam.
Imam,
Hayawar.
Hayawar,
Zerawai.
Zarawai,
Labayan Lawat.
Labanya Lawat,
So Salam.
Selah,
Aishab.
Aisah,
Laham.
Laham,
Kama Dayan. Kasaya.
Kasiyah,
Sarab.
Sarah,
Kayabayan.
Kayabayan,
Banakal.
Benakal,
Hoyashwan.
Hoyashwan,
Nashamawada.
Nashimwamaka,
Bayan Dara.
Mayan Dara,
Hayawa.
Hayawak,
Daman.
Daman,
La Adamam.
La Adama,
Shah, Salaki, Shayaf Arwa, Shayathamwa,
Shayatambu,
no, Nada,
Nada,
Salaki, Nada Ya, Mawak, Kara,
Kara,
Wakazar, Salaki, Wak, Kaza, Abba,
what's his alpha?
Wakazabak,
What's the about?
Wakazazal,
That's Kazal,
Manai,
Manai,
Kal Nasa Kanwa,
Kana Shikamu,
Alahaya,
Alahayim,
Shaya, Salaki, Shayatha Arwa,
Shayatamu,
Kagalgala,
Kagalga,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Kakwash,
Shakwash,
La Panya,
Lapanya,
Rabaka,
Lapanya Wopa,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Ta Ba'araya, right?
Wait.
Taba Ira, Yaira,
Taba Ayra,
what Salaka, Wa, Kala Abba,
Wakasaba,
Ta Salaka, Thala Hats,
Taba Lahat,
Wa Harayam,
Wahawai,
Khan,
Khan,
Ta Radamapa, Salaka,
Radama,
Ta Radama,
Daradama,
Basara Iraka,
Basarika,
Waba Asab,
Wabasa,
Waba Thak, Wapafka,
Wapaka,
Taba Alam,
Taba Alam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Pana Yaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Palawan,
Wayan, Bakwa Ashawa, Waya Bakwashwa,
Wayabakwashma,
Shamka,
Shaka, Yahawa,
Yabashawa, Yabashwa,
Yabashma,
Waya Bahalawa, Waya Bahawa,
Wayabahalawa,
Aya,
Aya,
Waya Kaparawa,
Wakaparawa,
Waya Abadawa, Waya Abadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Waya Dawan,
Wayadawan,
Kaya Atha,
Kaya Atha,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
La Badaka, Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Ayawam,
Al Kahal, Ha Ritzaza.
Hey, give him a hand. Give him a hand. All right. This is going to be Psalms 83 in English. Shalaki. Yeah. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no longer in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Israelites, Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, Amalek, and the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sarah, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They have become as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb. Yea, all their prince, Azabah, and Zamuna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stumble before the wind, as a fire burning wood, as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the most high over all the earth. Sorry, pray. SARS, it's the turn. Shabia, you seated?
Mama, sorry. You got me that iPad?
All right. All right, Most High in Christ, welcome to the Sabbath service. We're here at, you clap it up. Yeah, give it up. Sabbath service that we do every Saturday, every Sabbath. We start from 12, got to start a little late to 1 o'clock. We go over the Hebrew and the English, which is our Lashon Kodesh. It's our holy tongue, it's our holy language. And we come up here and we do our ceremonies like we always do. This is what we did in the old time. We bring it back to now. We got to do those things. We got to practice those things as if the Lord was here. You understand? So at this point, we're going to start at Numbers 23 and 22, and we're going to read it in the Hebrew. Understand? We're going to go and read it in Hebrew, then we come back and we'll read it in English. All right? So you go ahead and if you got your blue letter Bibles, whatnot, or whatever you use, just make sure it's a King James Bible, and follow along. All right? Numbers 23 and 22. You read it? Do the shot. Go ahead, other one.
All right. A little risky. All right.
We had 23 and 22?
Oh, wait, numbers.
We had Numbers 23 and 22.
Numbers 23.
Oh, she got it.
Shoot, our address, we down here, Numbers 23 and 22. The address down here, for those who don't know, is 3353 Glenwood Road in Decatur, Georgia. So Sabbath services for you Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, come on down and serve the Lord. You understand? If you anybody else, you just remain out indoors, right?
A little risky, but
All right. All right, go ahead, read it when you got it, sir.
Mawatazai.
That's what we call Egypt.
Huh?
What we call Egypt in the back in the day.
Oh, Matazar.
Sorry. Nope. Ma.
Rosario. Right. That's what I thought it was.
Sazarium. So, mine You not here?
Yum. I thought it was yum because it's at the end, ain't it?
Yeah, it's yum at the end.
Yeah, that's yum. Yeah, yum. The da wa rested. Da wa.
Yeah, right here.
Huh?
Mama. What's that right?
What's that right there? I forget that one.
I. That one look like a Y.
Yeah.
That's an I.
I pop.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
La.
I'm saying that. You want to keep going? You just read one more verse?
I'll do one more. All right.
Come on.
You're
doing it right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Kaya.
That's a
Oh, Kaya. Shit. It's like Kaya. La.
Nakash. Nakash.
Nakash. Baya. Kwa. Baya Kwa.
Mm-hmm. Let's do a little louder.
Yeah. It's like Ya. Is that Wa? Wala'a.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Kwa Sam.
Right.
Vaya.
That's us.
Israel.
Right here?
Yeah. By Israel. What's Israel in Hebrew?
Vaya Shah.
Mm-hmm.
Ka.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got.
All right. Ka'af.
I.
Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Ya. Yeah, it's like you say the yeah, yeah, Amar. Okay. La ya, I Quab. Wa Wala ya.
That's again.
Shalom.
There you go.
My and it's Island, and
Come here, clap it up for him. Clap it up. All right.
I got
You got it for me? Go ahead.
verse 24. Yakwawam, Wa Karaya, Ya Tanat Slaki, Ya Tansha, La'a, Yashikab, Aid, Ya Akal, Tarak, Wadam, Kal Layum, Ya Slaki, Ya Shifa, verse 25. Wayamar, Balak, Al, Bala'aim, Gum, Quab, La'a, Thakwab Nawa, Gum, Barak, La'a, Thabarakanwa, verse 26. Waya'ain, Bala'aim, Wa Ya'amar, Al, Balak, Hala'a, Da Barataya, Salakia, Da Barathya, Salakia, Al Yak, Salakia, Al Yak, La Amar, Kal, Ashar, Yadabar, Yahawa, Athwa, Salakia, Aisha, verse 27, Wayamar, Balak, Al Shalaki Balaim Luka Na'a Quack Al Shalaki Makwawam Akar Walaya Yashar Ba'ayanya Ha Ali Salakia Ha Alahayim Wa Kwabthawa La Ya Masham, verse 28. Wa Yakwak Balak Ath Bala'aim Ra'ash Ha Pa'aiwar Ha Nashquak Al Pun Salakia Panya Ha Yas Yamyan Salakia Ha Yasha Yam Salakia Ha Yas Yaman. Verse 29, last verse. Wayamar Bala'aim Al Balak Bana La'a Salakia La Ya Baza Shaba'ai Mazabakak Salakia Ma Zabak Mazabakath Salakia Wa Hakan La Ya Bazaha Shaba'ai Parayum Washaba'ai Salakia Yayum. That's it.
Okay, we'll start in English. Start verse 22.
Come.
All right, Book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 22. Yahweh brought them out of Egypt. He had as it were the strength of a unicorn.
Anybody know what a unicorn is? Somebody shocked me. What's a unicorn? Let's see if anybody out there know. What's a unicorn? Yeah, it says.
My understanding is a horse with a horn, a mythical creature.
Ah, yeah, mythical creatures. So you think the Bible will be talking about mystical creatures?
That's what I was gonna
Right, nah.
Unicorn.
Exactly. It's not the mythical creatures that we talk about, the unicorn. If you look at, well, I'm giving you
A unicorn could be two other animals other than that mythical creature.
Right.
It could be a ram with a horn that has twisted together that gives you one horn that goes straight out, or it could be a rhinoceros. And this scripture right here tells you, when we go back to it, if I may, I don't want.
Go ahead.
It says, he have as it were the strength of a unicorn. A rhinoceros has one horn on his mouth structure, on his facial structure. So, and we know you find a rhinoceros where? In Africa, right? So, the words that we have today are not the same words that they would use then. So they had to use the words that would make sense to them. Right. So they wouldn't say rhinoceros how we would say it, but that's what it is because it says the strength of a unicorn. Now, a mythical creature ain't as strong as a rhinoceros.
It could be, but that's just their myth.
It could be.
It's just their myth. It's just lying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we live in reality.
That's right.
I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So, in that sense, it's talking about that animal with that one horn, which, what did I just say? It was
You
called?
said rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros. I just make sure you pay attention. Truth, Officer.
If I may, so a unicorn just means like a one-horned creature.
No. Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but you can look at it as that because of how we've been programmed out here in this world. In the sense of the programming, yes, but according to life itself, no.
Can give me an example of one of our tribes. Who's the ram?
You know, that is a unicorn.
I mean, sorry, unicorn. Who's the unicorn? The so-called Puerto Rican.
It's one more though. It's also one more.
It could be you, but that's one of our. We're gonna give them an example of what we're seeing, because that's what we see out there. If you look up on the side, you'll see Ephraim. That's a unicorn. There's nothing like the mythical creatures of a unicorn. You understand?
To your left as well.
Oh, and you got that's the deer. That's the deer. That's the deer. That tells you the deer. So the only unicorn we're gonna have is this one right here, on that one. But like the brother's bringing out, you can have rhinoceros who have that one little horn up this was tough. So what the Lord is telling you right here, we was brought out of Egypt with that type of strength. That's kind of the strength that he's relating it to, the strength of a unicorn, which is a powerful animal. Sometimes powerful, a unicorn, I mean, what they call a unicorn can kill a daggone lion. You get them unicorn, we call them rams, like a ram-like animal. You get them together and fight a lion, tiger, they'll kill them. That's just how strong it is. That's why the Lord is equating that to the strength that he brought them out of Egypt as the strength of a unicorn. You want to finish bringing out what you bring out?
Oh, you just hit it on.
Okay, no sweat.
But one last part to it though. And when you look at it, always remember, you know what I'm saying, the Most High brought us out of the land of Egypt. And when he brought us out of the land of Egypt, he was doing it to do what? Show his power.
Yeah, right.
So whenever you look at these scriptures and you see something that you don't understand, just always go back to the I.S.U.P.K mindset. The Most High only dealing with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Does it fit that scripture?
Yeah, right.
Or the Most High is trying to show his power. Does it fit that scripture? It fits this scripture. Because everything that the Most High does to us on earth is to do what? Somebody said, what is it to do? Everything that the Most High does. What does he do with that? He put us in slavery to show us what? His power.
All right.
When he drops the rain and the thunder and the lightning, he's doing what? Showing his power. So everything that we talk about in these scriptures are based on the Most High showing his power and dealing with the house of Israel, the natives, the blacks, and the Hispanics. Go ahead, I don't want to.
No sweat. Give it a clap it up for him. All right. All right, go ahead, read next one.
Surely there, verse 23, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob.
What's an enchantment? Anybody know what enchantment? Well, go ahead, finish it up. If you could.
Neither is there any divinations against Israel.
What is enchantments? Anybody know what enchantment is?
Spells.
Mm-hmm. And divinations? What's divinations? divinations. It said there is no divinations against Israel. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. Neither is there any divinations. Look it up. You can look it up.
We got the Google
Look it up.
contraption.
Yeah,
You know
we're
what
gonna
I'm
look
saying?
that up.
The Google contraption tell you everything that you need to know.
Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. And Jacob we know is Israel.
Salaki,
And we know it's today. Go
if
ahead.
I may, when we come across these things and being in the truth, we understand what they mean. But trying to explain it to someone that is still a Christian in the world, they won't get it because their mind is so stuck on the
Yeah,
Christianity. Go ahead, sis.
that's just Christianity. Yeah. Go ahead, sister.
The definition of divination, the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means.
Right. So the first one you said enchantments, right? What's enchantments?
Spell.
The spells putting on. So divination is that person that they're going to would be like, give me one today. Who's doing that today?
Witches. Sorry.
But give us a person
Salaki, I don't.
that we all famous about. We used to joke about all the time.
Drug dealers.
Well, that's definitely one. But I have in mind Dionne Warwick.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? All this stuff they do. But also that's a great one. A drug dealer is also but why would a drug dealer be considered a witch though? It's considered a witch. But why would a drug dealer be considered a witch? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, when it's because of they think they're gonna give you something that you're gonna make you feel good, make you smart and more intelligent than you are. Once you take that drug, you may feel power like you feel like you sniff some cocaine. You may feel like you're Superman, you feel like you can't never be hurt. But at the time being, it deceives your mind, and it starts to deceive your body.
Absolutely.
And you start becoming all skinny, no teeth in your mouth.
Like a dang old zombie now, huh?
You're talking all crazy.
Anybody else? Gonna give it a shot? Go ahead, sis.
Because the things that they sell often in your mind state.
Pretty much both of y'all are right. Alter your mind state is they hook up a concoction. When they hooking up, what they say, they whip it in the kitchen,
Yep.
all that stuff, whip it in the kitchen. They say it in the songs. So when they're whipping up these concoctions, that's just like a witch. If you go into a witch, if you look at the mythology, they go into the witch and they see they got all kind of concoctions laid up back there. They're pouring potions here, putting that here, adding this, just to give you something to hallucinate. So a drug dealer is considered a witch by the enchantments and things they do. Yeah, absolutely, both of y'all, that's right. Give them up. Clap it for them. All right, keep reading.
According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what have God wrought?
What does God want? Go ahead.
Okay. Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey, and drink the blood of the slain.
Right now, we're not Israel. We're not raised up right now as a mighty lion, as a cub. We're not that. We're like lambs to a slaughter right now in this world. I mean, we keep getting shot down in the streets. I mean, we have people telling you one thing, you believe that. You celebrate the holidays. This is not like the strength of a lion. We've been run down in this rate. You got something to say, Napash?
Oh, no.
Okay, let's swear. Yeah, in this Esau's kingdom, man, we're not as strong as a lion. We're laying down. You understand? So give me some things that we're laying down from. Go ahead, this class, we participating. What are we laying down from? What is the stuff they're running us over with? Why aren't we like strong as lions? Why are we like a sheep led to the slaughter? Go ahead, sis.
For women, they telling us to be independent.
Right.
So we are single mother households. We're not listening to our men, that type of stuff. So like women empowerment, keeping us laying down,
Damn right, give it head. That's heavy. That's heavy. I said that because that's what Esau is pushing. They're dividing our family and household. They dividing the man against the women, and they're dividing us. So that's what's been happening. So anybody else? Anybody want to give it a shot? Go ahead, brother.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like, what are that men go your own way movement? They think that, okay, the women start acting all evil stuff like that. You know what? I ain't trying to date her or marry her or like that, but it leaves open for a homosexual to come in
Yeah, right.
to get you in.
Right.
That's another thing of dividing too. So.
Yeah, divide and conquer. That's what they've been using this since the beginning of time. Anybody else want to chime in?
So like I don't want to sit with him.
Anybody want to chime in?
I just so like
Go ahead.
If I may, I got a precept, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12.
Go ahead.
It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. You
That's
know,
right.
what you just said, sister, and what you just said, alternate pies, is that scripture right there.
Yeah.
Women do this, and you know, homosexuals do that. You know, and those things cause us to be destroyed. You know,
right.
Children rule over us. Look at who's in charge right now. Not just on the aspect of black leaders, but who's in the White House. You know what I'm saying? A child. I mean, this man.
Who's talking about Donald Trump? He was a big child. All of them a child. Yeah, you're right.
The other little kid,
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, yeah.
Joe Biden is. Let me tell you how much of a child he is.
We got time.
Anybody ever been around a dementia or Alzheimer's patient? And you know they go back to a childlike state. That's Joe Biden.
Yeah.
When you look at Joe Biden and hear some of the things he says, it reminds me of a dementia or Alzheimer's
Yeah,
patient.
right.
They're childish in their ways. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was a joke that was called Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe Biden.
Sleepy Joe
You
Biden.
know, we sleep on.
Sleeping Joe Biden. You brought out a heavy point earlier talking about cocaine.
Yeah.
You know his son is a dope head, right?
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah.
Somebody pulled John 8:44.
Nah, we can't. We gotta keep going.
I'm sorry.
We gotta keep going, man. We can't.
But
pull
he's
that
of his
for-
father of the devil. Everything that your father do, the devil, as the devil, you're going to get it. Because that's what happens to our people. We follow the devil. And the devil leads us down to destruction, into where we're laid down. Sloppy.
That's what. We're gonna keep reading on. But I do want to add this though. What is the position of our sisters in the truth? As a wife, what is their role? What is their desires? Go ahead.
To follow our husbands.
That's scriptural. Desires of the desires of the heart of your husband. And normally women do that as natural. You play video games, she play video games. You smoke weed, she gonna smoke weed. The woman follows the man naturally, natural state. All right, go ahead, bro. 25.
And Balak said unto Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. Verse 26. But Balaam answered and said unto Balak, told not I thee, saying, all that the Lord speaketh that I must do? 27. And Balak said unto Balaam, come, I pray thee, I will bring thee unto another place. Peradventure it will please God, and that thou mayest curse them that thou mayest curse me them from thence. 28. And Balak brought Balaam unto the top of Peor, that look up towards Jeshimon.
Anybody know Peor is a mountain, and he looked towards Jeshurun. This is a desert of. If you look it up, it says the desert of Judah. So that's where we was residing at. We was out there, and so he brought him up to this big mountain and to look over the desert where we was at. Go ahead.
And Balaam said unto Balak, build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 bullocks and 7 rams.
All right, Amazon. You want to call the next one? Come up, Laposh.
Pashkaya, Banya Banya Shaw.
Laposh, Kaya,
Shalom.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Bagatam.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Appreciate you. 85.
I know, man.
Shabia, be seated. We're gonna start at verse 30. From 30 to verse 6.
30 verse 6. Come on.
Reading in Hebrew.
Yeah, keep it open.
All right. That's right.
The book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 30, in Hebrew. Waya Aish. Balak. Ka Ash. Ka Ashar. Okay. Amar. Barlot Aim. Wa'ai Ow. Par. Wa'ai Yallah. By my Wazah. The book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 1 in Hebrew. By La'aim. Oh no, slack. The whole thing. Wa ya Roth. By La'aim. Kaya. Sa Wa. By Ya Na Ya. Yahweh. Labai. Rock. As. Yashalam. Wala. Oh, sorry. Wala'a. La. I'm sorry. Halak. Kai Pi Aim. By Pi Aim. La Kwa Ra'as. Ba Kashyam. Waya Shaf. Al Ha Madabar. Pa Na Yawa. Verse 2. Waya Sha. Okay. Balai Aim. Af. Ya Na Yawa. Waya Ra. As Yasha'Allah. Shakan La Shabai Saiwa Yawa. Rata Haya. Al Yawa. Rock. Okay. I la Hayam. Verse 3. Wahai Shah. Masha the war. Wayai Amar. Na Adam. By Lai Aim. By Nawar. By Ire. Wa Na Hi. Okay. Hi Gabar. Shatam. Hi Ayun. Verse 4. Na Shamai. Okay, Shemai. Imar. Al. No. Not. Oh yes, it is. Sorry. Al. Ashar. My thigh. Makaza. What? Okay. Shah the wall. Yai. Kaza. Na. Pala. Wa Gai. La Waya. Ayai. Oh, slow. Keep going. Ya. Yana. Ayanyam. Verse 5. Ma. Sa. Bawa. Hi. La. Yap. Ya. Quap. Mashai.
Masa.
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 Okay.
Question.
Masha. Kai.
Tell him bring it down.
Ya. Dayap. Yasha'Allah. Last verse 6. Kai. Nai. Kai. Like. Yum. Nasai Yawa Kai Kagal Nata I La 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 Ya Nai Har Nahar Ka'as Ha Layam Na Sai Yahweh Ka'ai Yazaham Sayam Al Ya Mayam.
That's it?
Yeah.
Can you give him a hand? Let me tell you, the Posh is the only brother I know that corrects his own self in Hebrew. You talk to us, no, that ain't right. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Most High Christ. Let's go back to 30, Numbers 23 and 30.
Yes, 23.
Yeah.
Okay, the book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 30 in Hebrew. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offer a bullock and a ram on every altar.
Now you got to remember, Balak is an Amorite king, and he wanted Balaam to go and curse the Israelites. So he wanted to go into these divinations and divinations and enchantments and things like that against us. All right, can you read it?
Verse 1. And when Balaam said that it pleased.
Saul. We saw.
Oh,
Read it
oh,
again.
sorry, oh, dang. Phone crack, sorry. And when Balaam saw that it pleased the Most High to bless Israel, he went not, as at other times, to seek for enchantments, but he set his face toward the wilderness.
So because he listened to Balaam, and he did as Balaam said, and he started setting up altars to bless Israel, he saw that how the Lord was blessing them. See, he started to please the Lord to bless them instead of going to these witches and things like that to start these enchantments and divinations. He just sought to bless Israel versus to curse them. Go ahead. And the Lord understood that and he liked that. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Israel abiding in his tents, according to their tribes.
According to who?
According to their tribes.
This means we're Israel. We're not all together. We have our own tribes. We have our own people. That's just us. We never dealt with anybody outside of Israel. We was out in the wilderness and it was dealing with the 12 tribes. Go ahead.
And the Spirit of the Most High came upon him.
Here you go.
Verse 3. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Behor, have said, the man whose eyes are open, have said. Verse 4. He has said which heard the words of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open.
Mm-hmm. Daydreaming, just sitting there, just looking, just daydreaming. Okay?
Verse 5. How goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, and thy tabernacles, O Israel.
Man, he was out there looking at all the people, look at all the tabernacles, all the people, all the tribes, looking out like, dang. And the Lord put a trance on him. He was just fixated on how beautiful things was, how Israel was. We out there in our tents, dealing with ourselves, dealing with our people, and he's looking at that like, damn, this is us. Kind of like we do when we go out there and we go to the Passover. Anybody been to the Passover? All right, you experience the Passover. You out there looking, you got the generals speaking their thing, you got the brothers doing their thing, you out there like, damn, I can't believe this is all Israel. So that's what it's like, man. So if you haven't been to the Passover, I recommend going. It's going to be in Florida. Give it up. We're going to be at the beach. I think it was September 15th?
No, April 15th.
I'm sorry, April 15th. Hey, I'm going back. April 15th. Hey, look. Hey, September is very special for me. I'll tell you later why. But right now, I'm looking forward to September next year. But anyway, April 15th is going to be is it Cocoa Beach?
Cocoa Beach. Yeah.
Cocoa Beach, Florida. So mark your calendar, set your date, get your time off. We got that Feast of Unleavened Bread afterwards. And we're going to do it up. And we're going to be doing just like Balaam was doing. Look, you're going to be in a trance looking at us. All right? Keep going. Last verse.
Last verse. Verse 6. As the valleys are spread forward, as gardens by the riverside, and the trees of line aloes, which the Most High have planted, and as cedar trees, besides the waters.
Here you go.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah, that's it. No, we're going to start right there. It's lock it. All right, we're going to, Marshall. All right, go ahead and pull the horn. We're going to go ahead and salute the Torah. And we need to,
No, yeah. Yeah, go on.
yeah, we do that. Relax. We got you. Go ahead. All right.
Lawyer Shalom.
Go on again. At this time, we're going to have the men, all the men salute the Torah. Yeah. Next. Don't knock me down.
Y'all about to show you how Sabbath, yeah.
Sign of Christ. Next. Step up. Come up. Yahbashim. Yahshua. Rakia. Yahbashim. Yahshua. Rakia. Sign of Christ. Yes?
You money.
The other hand.
The other hand. Hold it. Hold it. Say Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Barakia. Son of Christ. Take your hands out your pocket. Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh. No, Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh. Say Yahweh. Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Barakia.
Sign right there. Yahbashim. Yahshua. Rakia. All right. Go ahead for one. All right, Amajim. You want to say the prayers? We're just going to say the Lord's Prayer. All right. Fuck with on. So we face the east.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abinau.
Shabbat Shemaya. Kodash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Olak. Tabah. Azai. Ayah. Aisha. Taharatazah. Akawah. Ayah. Ashmai.
Nathan. Lanawaw.
Tananawa.
Lakam.
Call.
Gawam. Wasalak
Wasalakanawa.
Kawawap was not Salaki. Kawawap Nawa.
Kawapanawa.
Kasalak Nawa.
Kasalakanawa.
Kawawap Yanawa.
Kawapinawa.
Wala'a. Tabaya Anawa.
Tagayanawa.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan. Kabal.
Hawashanawa.
Hawashanawa.
Ayan.
Ayam.
Right.
Hey, so slow
Ayam.
down. Stop. Aisha now.
Hawashanawa.
Hawashanawa.
Mayan.
Right.
Kaya.
Laka.
Habalakwa.
Habalakwa.
Wa halalak. Salaka. Waha Allah. Waha
Hawatapara.
La awala yam. Aman.
Amen. This is the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, men of Israel, Father Sarge, it's your turn. Ashabia, be seated. All right, we're going to do the announcements. We'll do the announcements.
This is I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We have the I.S.U.P.K starting out of 1 West on 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Group a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, my Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, announce, what's this? Feast of dedication. A carnival that will be Sunday the 28th of November, and it runs for 8 days. Check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. And when you come to the school, Google the address every time you head to the school. Helps out group.
Right. Imagine. Curse salute. You got it.
Men of Israel, Elijah Shabbat, Elijah, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua
Yahweh, heads down, Asar, church, sisters, Elijah. Men of Israel, Elijah Shabbat.
Hold on.
So,
Tell sisters what to do.
sisters, if you don't know it,
There's some new sisters coming in, so you gotta let them know.
come. Sister, you take your hand, place it in your palms, right hand over left, head shame face, head down, face shame face. When we say
feet at a 45 degree.
Feet at a 45-degree angle. Men of Israel, Elijah Shabbat, Elijah, Barak,
Yahweh Shema El Hashem Yahshua.
And what we just said is, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahweh means hands down.
Right.
Class